Well, boy, how time flies. Today is the 113th anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic. The transatlantic voyage has spawned a famous Oscar-winning movie, numerous documentaries, and tons of books. It seems everyone has a connection.
Absolutely. And at the Liberty Science Center right now, they have a beautiful Titanic exhibit right now.
Okay.
But we have a star who's about to join us right now. He is the author of Kindred Spirits, a Titanic Tale. It's part of a historical fiction, part supernatural soul search, and it was written by a Titanic enthusiast and also an award-winning journalist. We're talking about Nelson Aspen. Welcome here to Good Night, New York, Mr. Aspen.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you guys.
Thank
Good
you.
to see
I
you.
am not just a Titaniac.
Oh,
Is that
more
what you
than that.
I love that. I've never heard that.
That's what we are.
Titaniac.
Those of us who love the Titanic. But
Yeah.
we were saying off camera that there's something about Titanic that grabs everybody.
Yeah, no matter what age.
No matter what age. And each generation, for many, it was James Cameron's 1997 movie.
Yep,
But
that was
each
me.
generation gets rejuvenated by something,
Yeah.
whether it's a movie, a book. And I wanted to have my own sort of take on the Titanic legacy.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so is it you or somebody in the book that feels that they were reincarnated, like you were on the voyage, and now you?
It's me,
You.
although I have
Okay,
I
is this
have
after a lot of
fictionalized
drinking?
this.
Or do
No,
explain.
this is after 61 years of my life of little coincidences and happenstances. And you know, when people say they're reincarnated, it's always like, yeah, I was King Tut in a past life.
Right,
Oh, it's
right.
Cleopatra.
Yeah.
No, I was a rather obscure, unimpressive fellow named Milton Long, a first-class passenger from Worcester, Massachusetts. But
Wow.
it took a lifetime of serendipity, coincidences, little signs. Even when the ship was discovered by Dr. Ballard, the oceanographer, in 1985, I got through to him on the phone. I'm like some, 20-something-year-old kid. I get through to him on the phone. This is how phones were in those days. And this is Nelson Aspen calling for Dr. Ballard. I'm put on hold. He comes on the line and he goes, "Hello, Milton?" Like,
Wait, he called you
he
Milton?
called me Milton. That was the moment I'm like, we got something here.
Wow.
So this is my own sort of version on the story. And I feel like I'm carrying the baton for Milton. He passed away at 29. And my life really began at 29. So we bring Milton into current New York City and the hedonistic life that he never got to lead.
Which you're now living.
Which I'm now remembering.
Right, yeah. Now it's all coming back to you. But
Yes.
there's so many New York City connections as well with Titanic. Of course, it was coming right here to the big city. So are there any locations currently in the city that people can visit?
There are so many, and being that today is the anniversary of the sinking, why not go down to Chelsea Piers? You can see the original White Star Line banner that was where the ship was going to be welcomed in. In South Street Seaport, there's a Titanic Memorial Lighthouse. Upper West Side, there's the Strauss Park, which, if you remember the story of the elderly couple and they didn't want to be separated, they were Upper West Siders. So there's a beautiful park in their memory. There are little spots all over the city. You can get on Google and Titanic to your heart's content.
Yeah, I feel like there should be a tour, like a
Hello?
Titanic. Okay.
It's kind of a drinking tour.
Oh, okay. You know
fun
what?
too.
Sign me up. Oh, good.
And you said the book is a little naughty as well.
It is.
Now,
Well,
there were some naughty scenes in the movie, at least for me when I was a little kid watching.
Okay.
But as a grown-up, I mean, tell us about why it's a little spicy.
I learned a lot. One of my early mentors for writing was Jackie Collins. And you can always do with a little bit of spice
Yes.
anywhere. And I think it would be naive to think that people in 1912 weren't having sex. I'm sure there was sex on the Titanic.
Me too.
And I made sure there was.
Right there in the book.
So it's for adults. So
I love it.
If you're over 18, this is the perfect book for you.
Very
I love
cool.
it.
What does it mean to you to be able to, as you mentioned, carry that torch for the next generation? Because the movie came out, it sort of changed the way everybody viewed the whole story.
And there hasn't been a gay story told about Titanic. And that's not the primary focus of this, but it is an interesting take on the repression of that era. We saw it with Kate Winslet's character in the Titanic movie, right? She was repressed because she was a woman.
Yes.
Well, Milton was repressed, presumably, because he couldn't
Be
be
Express
his
himself.
full
really
self.
was.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of historical fact in here, along with some historical fantasy. So it ticks a lot of boxes.
So
You know,
cool.
little steaminess never hurts.
Nelson
got it.
Aspen, we appreciate your time.
Yes.
So happy to
We
be
gotta
here.
grab the book.
Flamekeeper, the
That's
Titanic
right.
Flamekeeper.
We'll drink some Kindred Spirits
Yes,
together.
we will. I like it.